guys, I'm going to talk about some tackle talk on rods, reels, sinkers, line, and hooks that I use to catch catfish. Now, keep in mind that there's no perfect solution or there's no perfect way to catch a monster catfish, okay? There's more things that work better than others. However, there's no perfect solution. So but I'm just going to share with you things that I use, and hopefully that will give you an idea of what you can do for your catfishing. Okay, so while I'm waiting on the bite, I'm just going to go through my rods first. Okay, so typically, guys, I like the Nite sticks. Right here, brand is American Spirit, and it's a graphite composite medium heavy. I got one here, another one right there, and then right here, and right there. Now, the Nite sticks, I believe to be very, very successful for heavy-duty catfishing, meaning if you're targeting big fish, preferably 50 pounds or heavier, you want to go with a heavy-duty rod. Now, it says on here medium heavy, but it has really great action. I've had the Nite sticks for few years now, and they've done me really well. I haven't had to replace them whatsoever. The height is 8 feet, and I got these Nite sticks at a website called Catfish Connection, and I'll be sure to embed the URL address so you can go to that website, and if you want to purchase a Nite stick, you can do so. Sometimes you can get them at local, I don't know, bait and tackle shops, but I've had a hard time actually finding them at any retail store, so I got these online. Okay, and the other rod that I like to use that I've just now started using is the Silver Cat Magnum. Okay, and this is by B&M Fishing right there. Okay, and I think this is a 7.5 foot rod. It's a one-piece, whereas the Nite sticks, those are a two-piece rod, so you can break it down into two pieces. However, with the Silver Cat Magnum, it's a one-piece rod. I like it a lot. It has great action, very smooth. So, guys, those are the rods that I use when catfishing for any catfish, regardless of size. Okay, I've caught 2-pounders on these rods, and I've caught fish up to 50 pounds or more. So, I mean, it's really just what I like to use. So, anyway, so that's... Alright guys, the next thing I want to share with you is information regarding the reels that I use. On the Nite sticks, on the blue Nite sticks here, I have what's called an SS30 Levelwind Baitcaster Reel, and it says on here the Snaggin Special. Okay, I bought this at Bass Pro Shop, as you can see, and it's the SS30. And the good thing about these baitcaster reels is that they are heavy duty. You could use this not just for freshwater, but also saltwater fishing if you like. I like this reel a lot. You have your drag right here that you can set, and you even have a bait clicker here. So if you're fishing at night and the fish takes your bait, it will make this sound here. So that's very good to have. And I also use Tidewater reels for my Nite sticks over here. They're okay. They're not the greatest, but I've had them for a while, and I have caught some good sized fish on it. So this kind of works the same way as the other one. You have your drag right here. You can even have your bait clicker on and just like that. So very good reel though, regardless. I have the same thing over here. You can get those actually at Walmart, or most outdoor store places should have them. And then I like the Okuma reels right here. Okay, this is the Okuma XT Classic CLX 300L that you should be able to see right there. Okay, works the same way just like the other ones. You have your drag and you have your bait clicker there. I like this one a lot. I think I may go ahead and buy more of these in the future. So guys, that's just information regarding the reels. If you have any questions regarding the reels, please let me know. As far as the line that I use, when I'm anchor fishing, guys, I typically always use monofilament line. Now, the reels that have, or excuse me, the line that I use for the Bass Pro Shop Snaggin Special SS30, I have 60-pound monofilament trilene big game line, and it's 60 pounds. The only thing you got to be careful about is the heavier line you have spooled on your reel, it's going to be a little harder to cast. So I would prefer 50. I just haven't had time to go around and change a 60-pound line out, but I have 60-pound line on the SS30 reels. On the Okuma, I have 50, okay? And I also have 50 on these. Now this is just a different color, but it's the same brand, Trilene, and they've done me well. Good line. You can get those at any pretty much retail outdoor store. And I also use an 80-pound monofilament leader line, and I use, you can't see it on here, but I use Andy 80-pound monofilament line as my leader line. And but everybody has their own preference. Some people use line that's 10 pounds lighter than their main line. So some people who have spooled 65-pound braid may have a 50-pound or 55-pound leader line, and that's fine too. There's really no perfect solution, like I'm saying. I just prefer to use 80-pound because I'm usually anchor fishing in heavy current. So anyway, so that's the information regarding the fish line. Alright guys, now I'm going to talk about sinkers, hooks, beads, swivels, so forth. Okay, this is pretty much my catfish tackle box. Okay, I use the same rig practically on every single rod. So, but first let me talk to you about the hooks. Okay, I always use circle hooks when I'm anchor fishing for catfish. And why do I use circle hooks? I feel like it's almost a guaranteed hook set when the fish takes it. It's kind of one of those hooks where you don't set the hook, the fish does. So when the fish sets the hook, then all you got to really do is start reeling. So I use a Team Catfish double action circle hook. Okay, now I'm going to show you the different sizes I have. Thought I may have had a smaller one, but maybe not. Okay, I typically use the 8/0 double action circle hook by Team Catfish, which are these two right here. You can get the red or the silver one, but I typically have these rigged on every catfish rod that I have, tied with a polymer knot going to the eye of the hook. I will sometimes use the 5/0. You can still catch big fish with the 5/0 double action circle hook. It's funny because I actually use the 5/0 double action circle hook when I'm flathead fishing, you know, with live bait, live bluegill, sunnies, and so forth. But those are the hooks that I use. Now, the sinkers, you have a variety. These are the no-roll sinkers. You could also get this on the Catfish Connection website where I bought the nightstick rods. Bank sinkers you can pretty much get anywhere. The no-roll sinkers are good. So it can kind of slide up and down the line, and it doesn't roll while it's in the water, obviously. The bank sinkers are also good to use. Typically what I do with the bank sinkers is, I'm just going to show you on this rod here, is you can see I have my main line right here down to a barrel swivel, and then I have my 80-pound leader line right there to a 8/0 double action circle hook. Now, what I decided to do, and I got this from Jason Bridges, is that I took a dual lock snap and I put it on the end where the 80-pound leader line is, and I snapped it in there, and then I put, you know, my bank sinkers on the other side. So this is still a Carolina rig. It's just a little different than how you would have the no-roll no-roll sinker. The no-roll sinker pretty much works like this, where you take off the dual lock snap, and you have the no-roll right here, and you pretty much have a bead going to the knot, and it looks, you know, kind of like that. I do have another video that you should watch if you're interested in catfish rigs. I have a video designed to show you how I rig my rods, but that's just to kind of show you guys what my tackle box is. Three-way swivels I feel like are good if you're bouncing bait on the bottom as you're drift fishing. So, and obviously the beads are good to protect your knots, so you could technically put a bead right at the end of this knot with your no-roll sinker there. So that's just to kind of show you that. If you guys have questions about hooks, sinkers, and so forth, let me know. Okay guys, accessories, boat accessories, catfish accessories that you will need while catfishing. First thing is you want to have a scale, which I typically always bring with me. This is an 80-pound scale. I actually got this in the luggage section of like Walmart, so you can get something like this. Definitely want to make sure you get a scale. I would also invest in fish grippers. These are the Team Catfish fish grip. Very, very good to use on big catfish. And the good thing is that when you get the grippers and you want to weigh the fish, you just clamp the mouth. And then there's like a hole right here, and you can pretty much stick the scale, you know, in that little hole and lift up the fish like this, which is pretty neat that they have that already in the fish grip. Okay. I also have a smaller one too down here for the smaller ones, but you want to get those. Make sure you also get pliers or a hook remover to remove the hook that you may need. Most people use pliers. I actually like this, so you can, like a trigger, squeeze it and then torque it which way you need to. Let's see, make sure you have your fillet knives or bait cutting knives. These are very cheap. I mean, just cuts the skipjack. Make sure you get that. And guys, that's pretty much it. If you're fishing from a boat, obviously want to have rod holders. I use the Attwood rod holders with the extenders here. You can pretty much get those at Walmart, online, Bass Pro Shops, or whatever. You can actually torque them each direction too with this knob right here. I also have some right there too. So, and then I have a depth finder. I have the Humminbird 688 CI sonar with the GPS. It's a down imaging, and it's very successful for me. So, but yeah guys, that's pretty much it for catfish accessories on your boat. And oh, and also you want to make sure you have a net. obviously. So I got a bigger one for the monster fish and then a little one for, you know, the other size fish. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching.